Okay, should I focus my time and attention as a woodworking business owner on building my business on Etsy, or should I focus my time and attention on Facebook Marketplace? Let's do a compare and contrast, and let's dive into it. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your host, Zach Vaught, and I started my woodworking business in 2017. Had no idea how to be a business owner. I knew how to be a woodworker, didn't understand business principles. Long story short, really started studying the game of business, and that is what took my woodworking business to over $75,000 per month, a 6,600 square foot shop, a team of employees. All the while, I wasn't involved in the day-to-day operations of the business, and I want to help you do the same thing. I want to help you achieve your woodworking business goals. And so on today's video, I want to talk about Etsy versus Facebook Marketplace. And I want to dive into the pros and cons of each of these, and then ultimately wrap this video up with what I feel like is the best option for your growing business. And so number one, let's talk about Etsy. So what are some of the pros of being on the Etsy platform? Now, obviously, you're going to get exposure to real buyers. When people are looking for handcrafted goods, they go to Etsy. And so you're actually going to be putting your product in front of real buyers. A couple challenges with Etsy is that number one, typically it's nationwide or it's international. If you really want to get wide exposure, you're not going to be able to just focus on your local market like you would with Facebook Marketplace. And so you need to have a shippable product, which for some of us is no big deal, totally something that we can pull off. For many of us, that is a challenge, right? And another big con, in my opinion, the biggest con of being on Etsy is that you are in a sea of competition. When you throw yourself into a sea of competition, you have to have better photos, you have to have better products, you have to have better pricing, better shipping, better lead times. You have to win on all these fronts. And if you instead rely on what I call interruption marketing, which again, I'll dive into at the end of this video, you position your product in front of somebody that would be interested, but they are not seeing it and immediately comparing it to your competition. They're not seeing it through the lens of, oh, well, this one over here is $200 less, so I'm gonna go with this one. They're seeing it for what it is and how it stands alone. Another con of Etsy, their fees continue to rise. And so this is something that I've been studying over the last couple of years. It's getting more and more expensive to just sell through Etsy. They charge a higher fee than they have in the past. And the other thing that stinks about Etsy, the algorithm is constantly changing. Like I can't tell you how many guys I've visited with that have been interested in joining the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, where they said, man, I've built a successful business on Etsy, and last year I did $250,000, and this year I've only done $70,000 because the algorithm is completely changed, and I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to get my sales back up, right? And so they're not getting the exposure that they used to get, and you're depending again on some other platform to drive results for you. And so the pro of Etsy is that you are going to get in front of buyers. You're going to have opportunity. You're going to have people that reach out to you. You're going to have the opportunity to close sales, close deals, and make money. The cons is that you're thrown into a sea of competition, the fees continue to rise, it's getting more and more expensive, and then you have an unpredictable algorithm that may or may not show you to people compared to your competition, okay? Hey, we interrupt this video to let you know that this video is sponsored by Jobber. As a Jobber ambassador, and with all the clients that I work with, one thing that I've realized is that Jobber is the single most powerful platform to integrate all of the things that you need as a woodworking or cabinetry or custom furniture business owner. When it comes to software that you need a CRM system, you need a way to send estimates and convert estimates into invoices and collect payments, you need a way to schedule, when am I gonna get this stuff built, when am I gonna get it delivered, and you need a way to automatically ask for reviews when stuff gets delivered. Jobber does it all, not to mention a ton of other incredible features. And so if you are looking for an all-in-one platform that's going to change the way that you run your business, I cannot recommend Jobber enough. And so in the link below, if you click on my ambassador link, you're going to get a 14-day free trial, a true 14-day free trial. You don't have to enter your credit card information or anything to check it out. And then after that, you get a discount for the next 3 months. And so this is an exclusive offer only through my link. So be sure to check it out. Now with that, back to the video. Now, let's dive into Facebook Marketplace. What are the pros of Facebook Marketplace? Is that there are no costs or fees associated with Facebook Marketplace. It just costs time. And so you could sell 100 tables a month through Facebook Marketplace if you had the right strategy, and it wouldn't cost you a dime to the Facebook Marketplace or Facebook platform, right? It just costs you time setting up all of your listings and managing your conversations, so on and so forth. So there's no cost or fees associated with it. Another thing that I love about Facebook Marketplace is that you're focusing on your local market, right? And so by focusing on your local market, if you get into the furniture space, which is really what I teach, you are able to handle the logistics of getting this 10-foot table to this person, an hour away. as opposed to trying to figure out how to ship a 10-foot table all the way across the country. And so if you focus on within a 2 to 3 hour drive of where you live and you dominate that 2 to 3 hour radius around where you live, I believe that everybody can build a $500,000 to $1 million to a $1.5 million a year business as a custom furniture maker. No sweat, okay? And so pros, no costs or fees, local exposure. So what are the biggest cons with Facebook Marketplace? Number one, again, you're somewhat dependent upon an algorithm, right? So you have to make sure that your listings are awesome so that Facebook Marketplace will show your listings more often, will get more engagement, and you'll get more opportunity to sell. But I believe the biggest con of selling on Facebook Marketplace is that you're selling in a discount environment. The environment that you're selling in is an environment where people are looking for a discount. They're looking for a deal. They're looking for a steal, right? People that are on Facebook Marketplace are usually not looking to spend top dollar or buy a super premium product. And so you are going to be competing on price a little bit on Facebook Marketplace unless you can really differentiate yourself with your media, your photos, your video, and how you position your offer. That's super important. Now, I don't think that you should build your business on either one of these platforms. I think these should be supplementary platforms to how you build your real business. And I think you should build your business marketing as a real business from your business page to your target audience. And I believe this because this is how I grew my woodworking business, and it's also how you build trust and provide legitimacy and prove that you're a real player in the space. If you're always just selling on Marketplace or posting on your personal page, trying to get people to buy, you're always going to look like Joe Smo in his garage. When you really start treating your business like a business and you have a business name and you have a business page and you start running paid ads from that business page and you have a website and you have a place for people to schedule appointments to meet with you and you do free in-home consultations, you start looking like a real business. And when you start looking like a real business, you're going to start attracting higher end clientele. When you attract higher end clientele, you're going to be able to charge more money for everything that you do, have stronger margins, and therefore be able to reinvest again and again and again in your business. And so I believe that that is the number one way to grow your woodworking business. If this is helpful for you in your comparison between Etsy and Facebook Marketplace versus, I believe, running paid ads from a professional, well-developed brand to your target audience, if this is helpful, let me know in the comments below. If you got any thoughts, comments, concerns, if you're crushing it on Etsy, I'd love to hear. If you're crushing it on Facebook Marketplace, I'd love to hear it. If you're crushing it running paid ads, I'd love to hear it. But either way, I'd love your feedback. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. Before you go, a couple resources for you. Number one is my completely free ebook, the Handmade Business Secrets ebook. It's the first link in the description below. All you gotta do is enter your first name, your email, and we'll get that sent over to you. And I really believe that this book is gonna help you get a game plan for growing your custom furniture or your woodworking business. Number two is the Handmade Hero Academy program. If you're a newbie, you're trying to get to $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month, you're really trying to find a product that you know is going to work. You're trying to build out your website. You're trying to figure out how to get better photos, better video of your stuff. This is kind of the entry-level program to get you to that level. It's a low-cost investment. If you sell one piece of custom furniture as a result of what you learn inside of that program, it's going to more than pay for itself. So I definitely want to encourage you to check that out. And then lastly is the Woodworking Business Accelerator program and our brand new challenge, the Get Your Money Back Challenge. Right? So if you join the Woodworking Business Accelerator program and you generate $5,000 your first 30 days in the program, following our systems, our scripts, our processes, everything that we give you, if you can generate $5,000 in your first 30 days, we're going to give you that program feedback or apply it toward future work with us and our team. And so with that, I'm super excited about that challenge. Be sure to check that out if you are game to really growing your woodworking business. So with that being said, as always, love and appreciate you guys and grateful for your time and attention. I'll see you in the next one.